7 books, 8 films, and 10 years of production, all for one story. It's kind of cool as a return to the home of Warner Brothers Studio Tour London, the making of Harry Potter. So we've come into probably the most famous set in the Harry Potter series. We're in the Great Hall, and I'm joined by a very special guest, Josie. You run one of the UK's biggest Harry Potter societies. We're in the Real Great Hall. You've never been in here before. What do you think?
It's absolutely amazing. I can't believe I'm actually in the Great Hall. It's outstanding.
Yeah, so the big thing is these are real sets that were used in the film. This was designed by Stuart Craig, the production designer. And if you just have a look round, the detail in these sets, everything from the floor is proper real York stone that they laid down, stone by stone, into this place. So from one of the most famous sets onto another one, we are here in the Gryffindor common room. Josie, I mean, look at this. What do you think?
I want to go sit on the sofa.
Sit on the sofa. So many of those famous scenes just there in front of the fire. This is just one of those sets that shows just how real and true these sets are that they used to film in. For example, up there, the balcony where the famous "worst expelled" line comes from, to the costumes, the radio, to the little things such as books, tables, mugs. And the great thing about these sets is that it allows to get the filmmakers to film and shoot from any angle, and it really adds that level of authenticity.
I also understand this is the one set that's in every single film.
It is. This and the Great Hall, I mean, they're quintessential Harry Potter, and they're here, and it's Gryffindor. It had to be Gryffindor. Now, if you remember back to a year ago when we covered the grand opening, Rupert Grint told us a little secret. He said, make sure when you're here, look out.
It's a dead armadillo in the Gryffindor common room.
Something to look out for when you come. So we're now in what probably is the most famous Headmasters Office in the world. It is, of course, Albus Dumbledore's, the Hogwarts Headmasters Office. This set is another one of those quintessentially Harry Potter ones. You got all the artifacts. You got the Sword of Gryffindor up there. Behind us, the Sorting Hat. I mean, over here we've got the Pensieve. What was kind of your favourite prop that made it through the films?
I think definitely the Sword of Gryffindor was one of those iconic things. I'm going to say it looks a lot smaller in here than I thought it was going to be, but it's still just amazing how it appears whenever Harry needs it. And the Sorting Hat as well. I've got my own Sorting Hat at home. My friends bought it for me because they know I love it. It's just great.
I mean, up here we all have all the portraits, all the headmasters, which come into their own sort of in the Deathly Hallows books. Even the little things, and I'll let you on a bit of a secret here, all the books on these shelves, they're nice little leather-bound books, but inside it's just the yellow pages. There's a film trick, but you didn't know. So Josie, this is probably another famous one. Where are we?
We're on the Hogwarts Bridge. It's just amazing to stand on this and think this is where so many of the actors have stood over time.
Didn't this get blown up or something?
I'm sure it's all special effects.
Yeah, film sets, they're magic.
Looks pretty sturdy to me.
Certainly are. So the Harry Potter films began production back in 2000, and they went on till December 2010. The last day of filming, accidentally I guess, was 4 years after the day J.K. Rowling announced the title of the 7th book on her website. Now these sets, including this one, have been around since way back then and lasted this test of time.
But I understand these aren't actually the original places they were actually in. They've been moved since the filming actually started.
Yeah, here's a fact for you. The 2 stages that the studio tour set in, J and K, were not actually where the filming took place. The filming took place sort of that direction. If you come to the tour, you know where I'm pointing. And there's things like the Great Hall were actually boarded up and moved on lorries back to where they are now for everyone to have a look round. Because film sets aren't quite the warmest, most watertight place ever, to be honest. But this one is sort of nice and everyone gets to enjoy the brilliant, brilliant sets that are behind Harry Potter. So Harry Potter's film series is quite well known for doing a lot of the effects in camera, meaning sort of prosthetics, makeup, animatronics, that sort of thing. And behind us is probably one of the most famous ones, which is Buckbeak. The reality, the feathers and everything look quite amazing, don't they?
It just looks so real. It's amazing. You think you can just see Harry riding it now.
Now, Nick Dudman was in charge of creature and special effects, and he certainly produced some amazing different creatures and animals and things that really sell the movie to us. One of the big uses, especially around the goblins and such, are the prosthetics.
You just think Warwick Davis spent hours and hours in prosthetics having to get everything put on him. You say it's a lot of patience is needed to do that.
The exhibits here really show off the craftsmanship and tradecraft that goes into making these films, and I think Buckbeak agrees. So Josie, would you consider yourself quite a shopper?
Oh, definitely. I love a good bargain.
Now we're probably in the most famous shopping street, Diagon Alley, of course. Of all these shops, you've got Ollivanders, you've got everything. Where would you like to go?
Definitely the Weasley's Wizard Wheezers. If I had some money on me right now, I'd be straight in there buying everything.
The great thing about the street is it allows you to look around actually into the shops and see some of the things that weren't actually shown at all in the film. And the level of detail here, you can see the robes, the gloves, everything.
I'd quite like some of those clothes. They look quite nice.
Yeah, nice set of robes. Be quite nice, you think?
Definitely, definitely.
So that wraps up our look 1 year on at the making of Harry Potter here at Warner Brothers Studio Tour. Josie, you run a Harry Potter Society. You must be a pretty die-hard fan. What have you thought of this place?
I think that anyone that doesn't come here isn't a true Potter fan. I was just gobsmacked when I walked into this room, seeing this model of Hogwarts. Just, it's amazing here. You've got to come.
Definitely. I mean, we couldn't end it on a better place. This model is amazing and huge. I mean, it's like 3 times as tall as I am. So it's safe to say the Warner Brothers Studio Tour, the making of Harry Potter, is a must for anyone that calls himself a Harry Potter fan. I've been Alex Livier.
I'm Josie Byrne.
And you've been watching It's Kinda Cool.